So what I want to talk about today is a little known aspect of one of our icons for Army Special Operations, and also a kind of a little known period in our history, and that's the Information Control Division. The ICD was headed by Major General Robert McClure, who also headed the Psychological Warfare Division in World War II, which managed psychological operations in Europe. But after World War II, PWD, or Psychological Warfare Division, transitioned into a military government or civil affairs element called the Information Control Division. And in McClure's papers was a copy of this photo album, and you can see his signature right there. But the ICD, or Information Control Division, basically controlled all the print media, that would be newspapers, books, films, theater, and music that was put out by the Germans after World War II. And this was because the German propaganda minister, Joseph Goebbels, had thoroughly controlled all these aspects of German society. And so through denazification, everything was so thoroughly infiltrated with Nazi theology that the U.S. Army had to come in and essentially make sure that all the media that went to the public was free of Nazi theology and symbolism. And so they did this by starting to take over the control of newspapers and print. One of the difficulties that they had was during the Nazi period, the Nazis had essentially gotten rid of anyone who was anti-Nazi out of the publication industry and film. And so they had to find Germans that did not have Nazi backgrounds in order to get publications back up and running, which was an extremely difficult task because most people that were qualified hadn't done this for over a decade. But that's one thing that the ICD managed, and again, it's a little known aspect of civil affairs history, and it's also not generally understood that General McClure was, in addition to being PSYOP, was also a CA officer.